Hi. Um, I'm here to share my, weird occurrence or whatever. So I guess I can share, but I can probably just do a couple, like two stories without getting into anyone's personal ordeals or whatever. First off, I'd like to say I'm Native American. I am a big, firm believer in spirits, ghosts. We call them monogis, and there are different kinds of ghosts that we shouldn't really be messing with, nor should be dealing with, or even talking to, or acknowledging. So, the first one I would have to say was I was living out at my auntie's on the reservation, and the reservation is basically where my ancestors were pushed on, and half were killed, and half were just left there to die, basically without a proper burial. There, some believe they were just never been able to move on. So at my auntie's, the rule is that kids or anyone like younger shouldn't be, looking out a window nor with the window open and the curtains open because you're just letting the spirits in. You're welcoming them into your home. I was sitting next to the window and I was writing in my journal. And my cousin, he leaves to the store. And I thought, he was just fucking around with me. So I'm sitting there, I hear this deep growl. It kind of startles me because I thought it was a dog. But then I just remembered my auntie had her dog killed because he had rabies. So I didn't know. I couldn't really figure out what the hell it was. So I peeked out and I said, "What?" That's a big oh. You shouldn't acknowledge something like that ever. And I heard someone say, "Come here." And I thought that was my cousin. So I was like, "Knock it off." And I didn't hear anything after that. So I told my parent. I actually told my mom. She said you shouldn't be doing that. You're inviting them in your life. They're gonna bother you now because you acknowledge them. Of course, I didn't believe it. Me and my cousins, my auntie has this big backyard and there's this huge, like, three fields that are basically surrounding the house. And way back there, probably like a half a mile, maybe, there's this big patch of woods. Me and my cousin used to just go there and play Tarzan or whatever. One night we went there, we decided, like me, my two cousins, and I think my little cousin, my little brother, we decided just to go walk around at night to the woods. My auntie said we weren't allowed to because there's mountain lions on the loose, so we didn't listen. We went. It starts to lightning and thunder. And as we're walking back, I think we're halfway home and we can just see the house, we start hearing these little footsteps. They sound like there's something circling you. Like dogs when they run. That's what it sounded like, but on dirt and grass. Like you can hear the grass move. And it wasn't windy, it was just lightning, and there was no thunder. And my cousin just starts crying. She said they're around her. I was like, just knock it off. I was like, you're just saying that, like whatever. You're just lying. As we're walking, my little brother he starts flipping out. He said they're right there. They're right there. And as the lightning struck, there was something short and green standing there staring at us. And then when another lightning struck, it was gone. So I was like, what the fuck? And my cousin, he's like, knock that shit off. He's like, whoever you are, leave us the fuck alone. And we all just start running. We run. We ran. Made it to the house. And we told my grandma. We told her what we saw and what we heard. She said those are little green men. Shouldn't be messing with those. They like to toy with you. They're called, I think they're Victomides. They're the trickster spirits. They trick you into, getting you to acknowledge them. Basically, in like culture, if it's a wictomity or ectomity, they'll trick you into doing something. Like a spider, where you automatically want to kill it. In my culture, you're not supposed to because they just trick you into doing that. So my grandma said it was wictomity, the trickster spirit. He could take any form, a coyote, not a spider, but I think it was a coyote, or different kind of animals like snakes. bugs, something not tricky into killing them. When I went to school, I spoke to the teacher that was a Dakota teacher there, and he is a medicine man. And he told us, if you guys ever see them again, don't acknowledge them. Even if you hear their footsteps, don't even show your fear. You may be scared, but let them know that they don't belong on this earth. And I think one other time, I can't remember what happened, but I think we just moved out of my auntie's house and we moved into these old blue apartments. They're really, they're cheap. Like you can hear everyone upstairs, next door, anything, just when anyone walks. And by like the second year living there, our next door neighbor, because there's only like two levels, and on each level there's only 4 apartments each. The one next door to us was vacant, and the one upstairs to us was vacant. My my brother, he we were watching a movie, and in the kitchen there's this loud just bang, like just really loud to where it startled us. So he's like, well, what the fuck was that? So we went in there and looked. There was nothing on the floor. We don't know what it was, but it sounded like it came like from the sink. So he looks under, there's nothing. So he goes into the bathroom and nothing. So I checked my room. We checked every single room. We even went upstairs to see if anyone's up there. We knocked. There's nobody. So, kind of freaked us out. We just didn't think anything after that. We're just like, oh, it's just maybe something ran into the wall. I don't know. I was laying in bed with my sister, and we were talking about, what we did in the past with messing with things we shouldn't have, that our parents forbid us to, and especially my grandparents. Of course, we didn't listen. One night, my sister's sleeping, and I'm like next to her, and I can't sleep. I don't know why I can't sleep. I had this weird feeling that I can't really shake off. My bathroom light flicks on, and I have the bedroom that's supposed to be a master bedroom, but me and my sister took it, and we have our own separate bathroom. And the light flicked on, and when the light flicks on, the fan turns on, so all I hear is, and then the fan starts going, and we have a mirror that's right next to the bathroom door. And I look into the mirror, because when you look into the mirror, you can see into the bathroom. When I looked into the mirror, there was this figure. It looked like a demon. I don't know what it looked like the devil, but it was half like a man and a half goat. Like it had weird deer legs. I didn't know what the fuck it was. But it pointed right at me. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't scream, but I just jumped, like literally threw myself at my sister. She woke up. She's mad. She's like, "Did you leave that light on? Why did you leave it on?" And I told her what I saw. So I don't know. I don't know. They're just creepy as fuck. So I don't know. What do you guys think? 'Cause I don't know what I saw, but I've been experienced a lot of something, whatever, supernatural, spiritual. There are some good and there are some bad, but those ones really stuck to me. And there's some other things, but I want to get too personal. Anyways, just wondering what you guys think about it. And if you guys have any information on the half man, half goat or deer, whatever, you can just send it to me.